Hello and welcome, my Cancer friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you for spending time with me today and watching my full moon reading. This is going to be a general love reading for the Sturgeon full moon. The full moon is going into the Aquarius zodiac, so it's going to feel a lot lighter than previous full moons. Aquarius is an air sign, so it's going to give that buoyancy that is going to really be appreciated this month. The moon may feel lighter, however, it's going to be full of warmth. The sun is in conjunction with Venus and Mars. The question being, will the warmth be passion or conflict? And that's what today's reading is going to be about. We're going to decipher which it is, passion or conflict, and how best to proceed this month. The deck I'm using for this reading is the Witch's Tarot, created by Ellen Dugan and Mark Evans. And I will end the session off with an oracle blessing from the Energy Oracle, created by Sandra Ann Taylor. Like always, I will have links below to both these beautiful decks, so should they speak to you, you can go out and get a deck yourself. Alright, my Cancer friends, let's look at what the Sturgeon full moon has in store for you. We're going to start the reading off with a card that is going to decipher and depict and symbolize this moon for you. And we have a jumper. And it's the Nine of Wands. Nines are kind of about accomplishment and compromise. Wands about passion and that inner creativity. Here's our warmth. The sun is rising here. It's a new day. You've created quite the little fortress here to protect yourself. And you're ready to take on more. And that's kind of going to be the overall feeling. The Nine of Wands is a great card to start off with. It talks about all your hard work that you've put into creating yourself and your environment. So let's look at what the obstacles you will be facing with the Sturgeon full moon, my Cancer friends. And that's strength. She's the 8th card in the Major Arcana, and the Major Arcana talks about bigger life issues, where the Minor Arcana here talks about everyday occurrences. So the Major Arcana strength talks about that inner ability to overcome things. She is very gifted. She has a infinity symbol here, and then she also has an infinity symbol between her and the lion. Those that wreath, the floral wreath, is a second infinity symbol. So she has lots of inner power. She's tapping in twice over to the universal power, and she's really using it. How this is going to really negatively impact you, my Cancer friends, is that you're not focusing at the task at hand. You're going to be hyper-focusing on other things, or hyper-focusing too much on your relationship. This is a group reading, so I'm going to be kind of clustering people into long-term relationships, new relationships, or multiple ideas of relationships, multiple possibilities, and then people who don't have any prospects and are really looking. So someone who has a long-term relationship, everything under the sun is going to get in the way of focusing in on that relationship piece. It's going to be the mortgage, the bills, children or pets. Everything's going to be where everything else is where you're going to be focusing rather than on your relationship. For somebody who has a new or multiple possibilities of relationship, you're going to be hyper-focusing either on the relationship or hyper-focusing on little things. Okay? The little itty-bitty pieces of that person, or the possibilities of what ifs, that's going to be overwhelming and get in your way. Somebody who is really seeking out a relationship and hasn't found anyone yet will really be hyper-focusing in on the not finding somebody, or hyper-focusing in on other places of their lives to compensate. So let's look at how we can overcome that. We've got quite a barrier in strength. How do we overcome the challenges that the Sturgeon full moon and strength propose to my Gemini friends? Another major arcana, the Sun. The Sun is the 19th card in the major arcana, and it speaks about love and happiness. It's a beautiful card. It's the happiest card in the deck. So how you move forward is you focus in on that love piece. You focus in on the happiness piece. You really embrace Venus's energy rather than Mars's energy, and you focus in and accentuate that love. When you start to give out light and love, that's what you're going to receive back. And that's exactly what the Sun is really encouraging you to do. Don't focus in on the fight. Don't focus in on Mars. Focus in on the positive things that the relationship has brought you, if you're in a long-term relationship. New relationships or multiple possibilities, focusing in on those happy times. Don't start to micromanage. Just enjoy what it is you're doing. So if you guys are going out and you go somewhere, enjoy that time, the here and the now. People who are unsure and don't have somebody as a possibility, really focusing in on those positive aspects of your lives. You don't need to micromanage and really get going on them, but enjoy the everyday. Every day will bring light and love. When you focus in on those and you start to reciprocate that and enjoy your right now and right here moment, you're going to have more possibilities open up. The light will increase in your life, and you're going to see avenues and possibilities that you didn't see before. So that's how you're going to overcome it. Let's look at now, my Cancer friends, what the outcome is. What outcome does the Sturgeon full moon have for my Cancer friends? That's the Queen of Wands. Queens are that very powerful feminine energy, that nurturing and loving embrace. Wands about passion and fire. What will happen is when you start to focus in on the light and the love, the Queen is really going to gift you the abundance and that nurturing piece that you're going to need for your relationship to go forward. That passion, that growth that you're looking for will happen when you start to get out of your way. Really embracing that light and love and not focusing in on the micromanaging. I have to get these tasks done. I have to overcome this. I have to get this done. That's not the energy that you want. That coincides too much with Mars. What you need is the light and love of the Sun, which will coincide with Venus. And that's really the warmth that you want for the Sturgeon Moon. It will really kind of help nurture your relationships going forward. Let's look at your shadow card. Your shadow card is the Ace of Cups. It's a beautiful card to have. Aces are a gift. It's all about abundance and growth. Cups, that intuition and emotion. Think of that as your holy grail. When you start to focus in on the light and the love, your cup runs over. Your intuition and your emotions will help you and guide you to go forward and really embrace this relationship. Long-term relationships, you can really allow that relationship to grow and really grow with your partner. Relationships, like anything else, will evolve and change, and we need to evolve and change. And that's what it's talking about for long-term relationships. New relationships, that energy and that excitement of a new relationship will really start to allow the relationship to grow and become an abundant, supportive relationship. People who are looking for a relationship, when you really get out of your way of hyper-focusing on I don't have, I need, and you start to focus in on the light and love and enjoying yourself and your life, that's when you're going to really start to see possibilities come forward, and you're going to be able to nurture that aspect of yourself. Okay, let's look at a blessing, my Cancer friends. Alright. What blessing does a Sturgeon Moon have for my Cancer friends? Doors to the Spirit. It's a beautiful card. This really talks about embracing the sun and that light and love, and other doors will open. When you start to focus in on the happiness, you're going to attract happiness into your life. More doors will open. You'll be able to connect in higher with your guides and your spirit. Also, in a relationship, you're able to really nurture and support your partner in opening more doors. When you lead a life of light and love, they too are impacted by that amazing, wonderful, supportive energy. You'll be opening doors that they didn't know existed because you're going to light the way. Really talks about the sun and the importance to kind of embrace Venus rather than Mars in the Sturgeon Moon. For those who wish, you can pause the video here and reflect on the cards. This is a group reading, like I said. However, I drew these cards especially for my Cancer friends. What do they say to you? Everyone has intuition and can gain guidance from the cards. What further information do they share? If you want further guidance on this or on other topics, you may need a private reading. I have a link below to schedule a private reading with myself so that you can gain personal information. I hope you found this video helpful and that you were able to gain some direction for the Sturgeon full moon. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching my video. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. You never know where I'm going to go next, and you'd hate to miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out. Until tomorrow, my Cancer friends.